All right. All right. I had to switch. I had to move to the couch for a second because it's late. I'm getting so sleepy. But we're going to get these videos out because I leave for Vegas in a few hours. And I'm so behind, clearly. So this episode is Belle Collective Season 3, episodes 10 and 11. All right, all right. Let's see. The name of this episode is Best Revenge is Your Paper. Okay. Latrice is meeting with her mom, Letitia is meeting with her mom, who looks like her sister, to vent about Glenn. She feels like Glenn is trying to rush her and pressure her to get back together and for everything to just get back to normal. And that's because he's guilty AF, and he's afraid that she'll come back to her senses if they spend too much time apart. Letitia's mom says she would have been gone if she were in this predicament. And I'm like, duh. You'd have been married 6 times, lady. You would have been gone before the waiter brought the entrees out. I do hope that Letitia takes her time with this reconciliation and her personal space and growth. Because Tisha, there's just more to your identity than being with Glenn. Point blank, period. Keisha and Willie are a beautiful couple. Akeisha is, she's just naturally beautiful. They seem to be really into each other and their family, and, you know, like they're not showing out for the camera and, you know, not exploiting their family drama. So to me, it just makes them really nice on camera. I feel like every episode I comment on how much I like Akeisha on my TV screen, but she honestly is a breath of fresh air from all the other stuff going on this show. Like, she's the only one bringing what she's bringing. You know what I mean? Like, she's the only one bringing just healthy relationships, I guess. Everybody else is just going through it right now. Akeisha's original Farish Street proposal didn't get approved, but she mentioned that there's a potential alternative for her to consider. Even if it didn't get approved, I still think it's a really cool thing for us to witness, you know, like to see this journey and see how all of this goes down. Like, this is, you know, beautiful just for them to even, they're in these spaces, they're in these conversations, and for her to be in the running to even be denied or not approved or whatever, you know, is a privilege and a luxury and an awesome thing for her and her family for years to come. JJ's daughter is visiting him with the new grandbaby. That little baby was way too cute. I love babies. JJ is going to be a hoot as a granddad. He loved that baby. JJ wants to know when they'll let Soguchi see the baby. And I do think it's smart for Star to essentially stay out of the beef and just let the older adults handle it. You know what I mean? Because the adults, they're all adults. Everybody involved, even the daughters are adults. But Soguchi and Selena, they need to do better. For this very reason. Y'all have let y'all's children and y'all's family down. And I low-key feel bad for JJ. I think he's obviously, you know, not in a good position, being between his wife and daughter's mother. You know, his wife and his daughter's mother. Want to make that clear distinction. You know, and then having his daughters kind of crossfire as well, because they're going to take their mother's side, you know. But at least he is maintaining, you know, as many relationships as he can for the time being. Latrice and Josh link up for this aerial class. Josh looked a little different with the fresh face. It caught me off guard. And Latrice was being all fun and lively. It's nice seeing her have fun and be a young woman. Like, enjoy yourself. Like, stop. You act like you Cliff. She be acting like she's Cliff's age. Like some mean old lady with like this pointy nose and raggedy, wrinkly hands. Like, girl, you Yeah, you youthful AF. Like, enjoy yourself. Have fun with your friends. Like, I like seeing her like this. Instead of looking over her shoulder for massa. And like I mentioned, her and Marie have a similar, like level of silliness and playfulness. I think they would be so cute if they got along. Yes, Josh should have kept Latricia's marital business to himself, but he also has the right to vent about his own experience. We all do it. It's just usually not caught on a TV show. I don't think Josh was speaking to Akeisha with malicious intent at all. I believe he really, really cares for Latrice and supports her. Clearly one of the few in her corner that do. So I definitely think this is something worth moving on from. Like, this should not be dragging on. Like, this is done. It's over with. Akeisha and Gucci are meeting up to work out, even though we know they aren't. Gucci hasn't had one real fitness event all season, while she's so busy being upset with Latrice and Selena. But Gucci is so beautiful. Like, dang, she's stunning. Her and Akeisha. Like, black women, we are just it. We just are. Like, they're talking about Cliff and how he was upset about the stripper at Gucci's party. But we never saw Cliff actually upset at the party. You know what I mean? He seemed to be enjoying himself the most. It seemed to be just what he wanted. Akeisha hosts an ambush triple date with her and Willie, Gucci and JJ, and Cliff and Latrice. JJ can fit a whole tooth between his gap, is what I was thinking when this scene came on, when I saw him. For some reason, he's always looked the same, but for some reason I'm like, dang, you can really feel like a tooth right there. And Cliff in his Beijing is hilarious because he's like, you could tell he's just really trying so hard to appear more youthful. His haircut already gives his age away, but I'm not hating. Invest in your appearance, Cliff. Like, you know what I mean? Invest in your appearance. Women, we do it. You should invest in your appearance. Cliff is complaining about how the party that JJ threw for Gucci wasn't his kind of party. But again, he couldn't look away to miss any of the show from what we saw. He couldn't stand to miss 1 second. Pardon. Latrice asks, have the other couples dealt with infidelity? Akeisha really ain't answered that question at all. But JJ does speak out quickly saying that he's no cheater. But I'm sure we'll find out whether that's true or not in due time. Trust, it always comes out. Latrice brings up Gucci's comment about how Selena gives Cliff fellatio. Well, everybody at the table. And then JJ, well, do she, Cliff? Do my ex-wife give you? And did y'all hear Cliff say, it'd be nice though? No, but it'd be nice though. Like, you're such an old, weird creep. That's JJ's ex-wife. And that's three things. That's JJ's ex-wife you're speaking about. You're married. That's your wife's friend. That's weird. What's really going on with Gucci and Selena? Because for them to be in each other's lives for this long, and for them to be feuding and having this, immature interaction, something underlying is going on. And I'm really saddened to think that it could really be over some JJ. And I'm not discounting JJ, but feuding this long over JJ? Absolutely not. I think not. And now, that's what episode ended for that one. So we're going to move on to episode 11, Belle Collective Season 3, episode 11, Clifton Rogers Neighborhood. So we start the episode with Gucci talking to her older daughter. Her daughter has the baby with her. Very cute baby. So Gucci's daughter, D, is the girl's name, is going through it with her, man / child's father. And I didn't get the impression Gucci really gave her daughter sound advice after the daughter was venting. Not from what I was listening to. It didn't really seem like Gucci gave her really any good advice, honestly. it felt kind of rushed and just vague and plain, you know? Like, this is your daughter. And she's like going through it. Like, she's a new mom. She's going through like a rough spot in her relationship. God knows what other sort of like postpartum symptoms she could be having. Like, I just feel like it's a lot going on. Like, you could be, I just felt like it was just like super vague. Like, no, you gotta stay focused. And like, is that all to it? Like, I think there just could have been a little more much more sentiment put into like checking in on your daughter. Like, it seems like she kind of going through it. Like, she got a freaking newborn, and she's gave birth to a newborn, and her dude like are falling out. So you dealing with a fallout. Not saying they are breaking up, but they're going through it. So that mixed with a newborn, mixed with like all the stuff that comes with just giving birth and being an adult, being a woman, all these, like, I don't know. I feel like that was lazy so Gucci. They're not talking about the beef with Gucci and Selena, and I'm uninterested. It's just being dragged on long enough. I'm over it with these shows dragging storylines. So you're gonna hear it live. I feel like if I'm uninterested and they're dragging it along, I'm gonna make it very clear because I'm not doing it. Like, they can do it, I'm not. Like, we're not gonna keep talking about the same thing. Like, it's over with. Let's move on. Akeisha is meeting Letitia, and she says that Gucci's Akeisha is meeting with Gucci. Sorry, pardon me, my notes, the spelling. Akeisha was meeting with Gucci, and so Gucci told Akeisha that her and JJ, work with the clothing organization. They give back to the community, and they want the help of the Bells. She said that she invited JJ's daughters as well, since she's invited them every other year. They usually come. I'm glad they enjoyed it. Wait. Oh, pardon me. It wasn't Akeisha meeting with Letitia. It's Gucci meeting with Letitia. Pardon me. It's Gucci and Letitia meeting up. Gucci's telling Letitia about the clothing drive, how she wants all the Bells to show up, and how she invited JJ's daughters because they usually come. She usually invites, y'all, it's Flatbush, Brooklyn. They outside. They got it going on out there. If you can hear all that honking, pardon me. She invited the daughters. She usually invites Selena. She didn't invite Selena this year. Obviously, rightfully so. But it is good that she invited the daughters. I don't know what was on Letitia's head in that scene with So Gucci, but Letitia looked tired and through. So Gucci's wig was thrown on her head too, but at least she had she threw a cap on. Like, Letitia walking around uncapped with that mess on her head. Like, girl, I don't know what she had going on. Latrice is going on a date with Cliff. Latrice's wig looks very crusty as well. But she has no excuse because wigs are her enterprise. Latrice reveals to Cliff that she signed a contract with some distributors for her new edge control line. Immediately, Cliff isn't happy because she signed the contract 2 weeks ago and didn't run it by him first. Sir, this is business. This is her business. You have your business. The level of entitlement was disgusting, if you ask me. Honestly. I couldn't even focus on it. Like, he couldn't even bother starting with any sort of positive feedback. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. Like, just immediately making it about you. When she's expressing her moment about her business, you immediately make it about you. Then Cliff gets up and storms out of the restaurant. Gets up, storms out of the restaurant in the middle of dinner over all of this instead of communicating. And I can understand, Latrice running it by you. Fine, right? But she technically doesn't have to. But let me take that back. Because I'm sure I feel like with marriages, I'm not married. I know like starting a new business, stuff like that. But this is like an extension of her already growing business. You know what I mean? It's like if I had like a tequila line selling like reposado. You know what I mean? And then like I signed a contract to distribute anejo. It's like, is that some big conversation? Like, it's my business. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's a little tricky. However, I don't care how you slice it or dice it. Cliff could have communicated better. I don't care. Communicate. What are you throwing a temper tantrum for? There's just a more effective way to communicate your concerns while still being supportive. So I thought that was really whack of Cliff, honestly. We're at Letitia's building, and it did look much better now that I've seen the outside of it, because I know I got on her about it. Maybe, I don't know, episodes back. Episodes back. At least like 3-4 episodes back. I got on it about Letitia, like her business endeavors seeming mediocre and all that kind of stuff. But this is a legit building, and and the workspace, all of that outside. It looks like it's like in a plaza with other buildings, with other offices and businesses. It looks like a little commercial space. So Letitia definitely has a space building worth being proud of. I will say that. Marie walks up. Well, so first Letitia's giving like an interview to the news station about her upcoming event, right? Marie walks up in this jumpsuit and she looked like Barney. Like real life. The hips gave Barney and the material of the jumpsuit gave Barney. So, and then kind of like her face, like her like her, I don't know if she has like cheek surgery, but like the little cheeks, it just gave Barney. That's what I got. Letitia has Marie coming over because, like I said, Letitia's promoting her event, her big like panel where she's going to be speaking to all these women about entrepreneurship, I'm guessing. She ends up asking Marie to speak on said panel alongside Latrice. Marie immediately gets riled up. Immediately. Like, Marie, y'all don't even have to talk to each other. Y'all are talking to other people. They're not even talking to each other. Y'all are there for business. Y'all both have fans that are in the audience. Y'all are on a show together. And then how are you and Latrice hugging every event for the past several events, but now you have a problem speaking alongside her on a panel? It's just not that serious. I'm glad Letitia stuck up for herself and stood her ground, because Marie is tripping. The panel's not about you, Marie. And really, essentially, Marie just wants Letitia to apologize for knowing that Latrice lied on Marie. So Letitia apologizes. Like, let's just wipe our hands of it. Like, that's fine. The issue between Latrice and Marie cannot stretch out over another season. Like, get something else to beef about. Marie asks Letitia about how her and Glenn are doing. Letitia says that they're doing better, that they went on a date. And Letitia's trying to play it cool, like she has it under control. And I don't believe it. But I hope it to be true. I really want Letitia to ground herself and get comfortable with herself and take time by herself. Because it's been a lot of Glenn's influence in her life for all of these years. Like, she should get, she should grow into her own for a bit. At least for a minute. Because the minute that Glenn messes up again, she's going to risk all that she worked for crumbling down again. Because when she's with him, she just gives him way too much power over her. Latrice has been staying at her brother's house ever since her and Cliff got into it over her not telling Cliff about her distribution contract for her business. And this just shows that their issues with trust and communication just go way, 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 way deep. They probably never even laid a proper foundation for trust and communication to begin with. Latrice is speaking with her mom about what's going on. She says that Cliff's insecurities come from being afraid to lose her. And that's for sure, like, definitely part of it. Like, for sure. Like, for sure. But also, some of, like, the jealousy and the insecurity and some of this has absolutely nothing to do with Latrice. It's just Cliff. Like, this is Cliff. Cliff is a jealous, insecure, old weasel geezer dude. He just is. Now Latrice wants to call Cliff by his name instead of Zaddy because he's not her Zad. And I think that makes sense. I think that's a good step. Latrice says she's now going to be sticking up for herself and, it's a new attitude she got going. And I really hope that she means that. I really hope that she does. I believe she'll be happier. Because Latrice is just beautiful. She's youthful. She's successful. She ain't got no kids. She got all this ambition. She got all this hunger in her eyes. Cliff knows exactly who he has. And that's why he's trying to keep her under his influence and his control. It's why he can't congratulate his wife on big endeavors that he did not have a hand in. He doesn't want her thinking for herself. And it's gross. And I don't wish anything over their marriage, but it's not looking good. Sanjay and Sky show up to So Gucci's event. Thought that was great. So good. Okay, nice. So Gucci ready to get another storyline? I don't want to watch stepmother versus stepdaughters this season. Well, for the rest of the season. Ended up being a great event. Gucci and JJ, very good job. It's really good for them to give back to others. Letitia, for some reason, sees this event as the best opportunity to pull Latrice aside and express to her concern for her. To express her concern for Latrice. Letitia is worried that Cliff is mistreating Latrice. And she's just letting her know that your marriage is a hot topic. People are noticing. People are starting to take heed to Cliff's behaviors, how controlling he is, how crazy this dude is. And it's just not a good look. And Letitia was spot on with all of her concerns, quite frankly. To be honest. Right on. So, initially, Latrice was like defensive. Like, I don't care what nobody think. But, girl, you can only fake the fun. Letitia's about to crack. Latrice is about to crack. Latrice has been trying to fake the fun for far too long with her and Zaddy. She has been trying to portray this like image and this like lifestyle and fantasy of them for far too long, and it's really starting to crumble and it's really starting to crack. And it's about to hit the fan. And I'm excited. I'm not excited for the demise of their relationship and marriage. Not for that. But I'm excited for like Latrice to be real finally. That's the part about Latrice that I agree with Marie about that I don't like about Latrice. Like, be real, be yourself, have fun, let loose. Like, stop being just all like fake. You know what I mean? Don't nobody want Cliff but you. Don't nobody want your lifestyle with Cliff but you. And even you don't want it. Because you're portraying something that's not even the truth. You don't want anybody to see the truth. But that's where that episode ended, and I thank you for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Thank y'all so much.